Safe amount of naphthalene exposure for humans.
In this video, we will be discussing the safe amount of naphthalene exposure for humans without it being poisonous. Naphthalene is a common ingredient found in mothballs and other insect repellents. However, it can be toxic if humans are exposed to high concentrations. We will explore the safe limits and how to reduce exposure risks.
What is naphthalene?
Naphthalene is a white, crystalline solid with a strong, pungent odor. It is an organic compound, classified as a polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon. Naphthalene is commonly used in mothballs, insecticides, and as a fumigant for stored goods. Due to its potential health risks, it is essential to understand the safe amount of exposure for humans.
What are the health effects of naphthalene exposure?
Exposure to naphthalene can have various health effects, depending on the concentration and duration of exposure. Short-term exposure can cause symptoms like headache, nausea, vomiting, and irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat. Long-term exposure may lead to more severe health effects, such as cataracts, anemia, and even cancer.
What is the safe amount of naphthalene exposure for humans?
According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, the safe exposure limit for naphthalene in indoor air is 10 micrograms per cubic meter, microgram per cubic meter. This concentration is considered safe for short-term exposure and should not result in adverse health effects. For long-term exposure, the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry, ATSDR, recommends a minimum risk level, MRL, of 0.0003 milligrams per kilogram body weight per day, milligram per kilogram per day. This means that for an average adult weighing 70 kilograms, the safe daily intake of naphthalene would be 0.021 milligrams. It is crucial to keep in mind that individual sensitivity to naphthalene can vary, and some people may experience health effects even at lower concentrations.
How can we minimize exposure to naphthalene?
1. Use alternatives to naphthalene-based products like cedar chips, lavender sachets, or airtight containers for storing clothes and other items. 2. Ensure proper ventilation in areas where naphthalene products are used to prevent the buildup of toxic concentrations. 3. Store naphthalene products safely out of reach of children and pets, and follow the manufacturer's instructions for use and disposal. 4. Monitor indoor air quality and consider using air purifiers with activated carbon filters to reduce naphthalene levels. Naphthalene exposure can be harmful to humans, but by understanding the safe limits and taking measures to minimize exposure, we can protect ourselves from its toxic effects. Remember, the EPA recommends a short-term exposure limit of 10 micrograms per cubic meter, while the ATSDR suggests a long-term MRL of 0.0003 milligrams per kilogram per day. Always use caution when handling naphthalene products and consider alternatives to ensure a healthy living environment.